patrons. Today's episode was our 4th installment on the character motivation series for the month of February, and we were talking about survival as the motivator. And I struggled with this one, even doing the show notes, because I thought survival is always about life or death. But at the end of the show, we started talking about some other things that survival might be associated with. And what I was saying was I think it gets trite sometimes if the character is always in a life or death situation.
Right.
So the survival, really be thinking about what survival they're looking for and what makes it matter. Why does it matter?
Don't forget, we didn't talk about the character aspect of it. What aspects of that character comes out through that need for survival.
So what does it
Does it make
cause?
him a better person or a worse person? And like say, it's Scarlett O'Hara. She becomes a worse person, in my opinion, because of it.
Well, she was kind of a bad person to begin with, right? She was always when she says what she says about Melanie Hamilton at the very beginning, she's shallow, she's petty, she's vindictive, right?
I know, but her actions cause people to die afterwards. She screws over her own sister. She causes a lot more misery in her quest.
I want to go on record as saying I think this was always who Scarlett was. I think don't get me wrong, it brings out the worst in her, but it's always who she was.
Well, I mean, she married that guy. Who was her second husband?
Kennedy. Frank Kennedy.
She married him. What? Spontaneously like that.
To make money.
To get money. If that need right there wasn't there, she wouldn't have done it.
She didn't trust that if her sister Sue Ellen had married Frank Kennedy, that Sue Ellen would put that money back to Tara.
Right.
She believed that the only way to get Frank Kennedy's money to Tara was if she herself married Frank Kennedy. And you can kind of see that because Sue Ellen's kind of she's not a great character either, right? All three of those girls, with the exception of Corrine, who ends up being, pious and all that sort of thing. Anyhow, survival.
But survival is a useful tool for bringing out causing character change.
I do think survival is a good tool to cause characters to change, in case you didn't hear him speaking through his mask.
Sorry.
But I also think that survival is a transformative experience, and depending on where we find the character, either it's before that experience, it's during the experience, or it's after the experience. Like think about The Road with Cormac McCarthy. We run into these characters after the apocalypse has already happened. Dad has already gone through some stuff to take care of this kid, right?
So's the kid, though.
They're in survival mode, but we didn't see them before, right? We only see them in this mode now. So we don't necessarily see that transformation until it seems like they're having to make the choices about, are they going to continue to be good people while trying to survive, or are they going to have to get brutal and become, worse people, more savage? So anyway, all that to say, don't make all of your survival characteristics about just basically life or death. We can't all be hanging from a cliff by our fingernails, but think about all the different nuances that are associated with them, and maybe you'll find some ways to use that to transform your character from one position to another. That's it. Thanks for being patrons. Thanks for being behind the scenes with us. We will see you next week. Take care.